Okay, morning, and it's what is it, a Sunday morning, New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve. And something a little bit different, working indoors. So, if you've seen my last video, I'm having problems with starter issues on my Hayabusa, and this is the starter motor from my Hayabusa. Why did that hiss? It's almost like it was vacuum packed. It's almost like a vacuum seal undoing that. How strange. Perhaps that was the problem. A couple of those. Should be able to take that off. Dirty bit of loveliness. Oh, I bet I haven't got a spanner for this. No! Oh. Oh. That's dried grease. How's that going there then? Bit of, I don't know if that's graphite or just grease. Nice and free spinning. That all looks fairly good. Looks like there's a burn there. Can you see that? Which would denote arcing out. Right, I'm going to get a 10mm socket so I can take this off. And then I'll come back and have a proper look at this lot. Right, let's put that to one side. And that. And then there shouldn't be any continuity between the bolt, hang on, yeah, the bolt and the plate, which there isn't. So I just want to get it straight in my mind how stuff works. So where's this brush sending its power? It'll touch on there, and then bearing sits in there. No, I don't quite understand that. Where does this brush send its power? You've got two brushes. Positive from the battery comes down into this one. Oh, it's... no. What energises this? What is the point of that? So if the battery power comes down on the bolt to this brush. So what's this brush here for? If those two aren't connected, it's not like it's splitting the power between the two, or else you'd have continuity between we've got power coming in from the battery going to the brush, and then all this, it says, is live, but this no continuity on the plate, so it's definitely going to the brush. But where's this one get its power from? Because this brush is to transfer the power from there to the commutator. That is a commutator. Oh, I see. This is your earth. That's your earth. Power in, power out. That's your circuit. Got it. Got it. The old grey matter. And then we should have continuity between all of these. The mica, is it mica? Between the elements, is this the commutator? Bolt and the plate. Continuity should exist between the commutator bars. There's the commutator. So that's the commutator. That's the commutator. That's the commutator bars. There should be continuity between them, which it has. No continuity between the commutator bars and the armature shaft, which there isn't. It's like charring around the far edge where the brushes just don't get to. That spins nice and free. That spins nice and free. No discernible movement in the bearings. Can't see anything that would cause any arcing there. So I don't know why we've got this explosion, well why I've got that there, which does look like a bit of a savage burn mark. Yeah. So that, to me, the layman's eyes that I have, seems okay. Apart from that in there. Where would that be? Which way round does that go? It's got to go that way, isn't it? So that is the back end. No real sign of it arcing out on the motor, on the windings at all. And all the edges of the magnets seem fine. Just make sure they were magnets. I don't know why. That's not a test in the book either. Throw the nut in on your magnets. Yeah, well that's the only bad bit. But yes, it all looks good apart from that one explosion there. So I don't know. Perhaps I'll get some brake cleaner, get some of this dust and that cleaned off of these, clean it right up. I don't know. Right, we'll get some brake cleaner and, as I say, clean up some of this dust and that, and see if that uncovers anything. But to me, it's looking like a decent motor, which is equally as annoying because that's something else that shoulda, woulda, coulda, and isn't. I mean, all that's come out of the casing, there's a couple of thickish lumps of sooty stuff, which I believe is these brushes grinding down. But I wouldn't think it'd be enough to arc it out. I don't know what I'm doing there. And it probably shows. Anyway, yes, some brake cleaner. Give it all a good clean and see if I find anything else underneath the dirt. That makes a difference. Okay, clean, tested, ready to go back on the bike? Possibly, maybe. Okay, that's all tested and sorted and all the rest of it, so we need to put that aside and get on with the important stuff. Very nice. Little cake with a nipple. You can't beat that. Thanks, Mrs. Walgie.
No problem.
Right, make sure it still spins. This is probably where I break my wrist with the torque. Oh, it does get old. There you go. Right. That's working, not making any strange noises. So now to the bike. Now that started beautifully. So I'm just going to let that warm up, because the issue was more when it was hot than cold. So I'll let that warm up and then we'll try again. I'll try again, I mean. While it's warming up, I'll just double check my charging. 14.2. You still see that? Yeah, so I think my charging is okay. So I'll switch it off and try again. While it's warming up, I'll just double check my charging. 14.2. Still see that? Yeah, so I think my charging is okay. So I'll switch it off and try again. Turn my fan off. Well, you won't hear it if it is lazy. Right, so that has now got up to about a quarter on the old temperature gauge. Yeah, don't take long to warm up. Is that a problem? Do I worry about everything? Right, so we're all on. Let's see if it starts. That is well, I couldn't say anything in particular for sure. Let's check what that battery's at with it off. 12.78. which is, when I tested it a few weeks ago, it was at 12.8. So I don't think it's the battery. So I don't think having it on trickle charge yesterday has made a difference. The only thing I've found, as you've seen earlier in the video, is a scorch mark on the body of the starter, and perhaps when I've opened it, it has, I don't know, pulled apart what might be causing the problem. But cured. So something in the starter motor. So I'll definitely be sending that other starter motor back. Get my money back on that. There you go. After all this, if I'd have done what Nev said in the first place and opened up my starter motor and checked the brushes, I probably wouldn't have been stripping all this down and messing about for, I was going to say days. It's not actually days. It's several hours, definitely, but it's been over the course of Christmas. So I put it up here and started it. I think it was before Christmas, just before Christmas, Christmas Eve maybe. I don't know. And then it's New Year's Eve. So it's taken a week. But a result is a result, isn't it? It's just unfortunate that the weather's shit and the return to work is looming. Anyway, I don't know whether that's going to solve anyone else's problems or help anyone else out, but I'm glad it's working. That is a load off. I've gone into bits that were very scary for me because I don't want to ruin the bike, and you've seen my videos, I'm fairly incompetent. I shouldn't be undoing casings and taking cogs out and all the rest of it, and then to be stripping down a starter motor and putting it back together. Well, you've seen the video on that, how cack-handed and useless I was, even to the point of forgetting how it goes back together only moments after taking it apart. So I definitely shouldn't be allowed such engineering wonders to dabble with, but I am, and I do. But yes, hopefully that's helped someone out or been entertaining in some way, shape or form. And thanks for watching, and maybe I'll catch you again. Ta-ra. Well, my idiocy strikes again. You've just seen me put the starter motor back in, and it would have been very quiet, which probably more people appreciate. But yeah, I hadn't plugged the mic in, so that ruined that idea. You saw that my charge system was fine, and have a look. Oh, put it on something. 12.7. Yeah, 12.7, 12.8. It's holding its charge. I checked that a few weeks back after the booster had been sat for a week, just over a week, and it was the same, about 12.8. So I think the battery's good. I checked up on these LP batteries, and this is the YTX 12-BS, and the BS only only denotes bottle supplied, so I think that's where you have to put your own. Well, I did. I put my the acid in myself. Not in myself. I put the acid in the battery. That'd be dangerous, wouldn't it? Don't do that. And the only one I could find out about is the YTX 12-4 of the LP batteries, which is same spec by the looks of it as a Hayabusa YTX 12. So 10.5 amps and 180 cold crank amps. So should be good. Should be good. It's holding a charge, and you wouldn't have heard it, or you might have heard it, but the starter issue seems to be sorted. So bike's warm, temperature gauge is about quarter of the way up, so clutch in. So yeah, so firing straight up. There's that initial lag, but I think you get that anyway. This is the trouble. I've had the problems for so long. You get that initial lag where it's activating, and then obviously it gets quicker because it's the engine's spinning then. Or am I just hopeful? No, I'm sure it's cured. So all I can say is I should have listened to Nev weeks ago and just taken the start motor off, pulled it apart and checked my brushes as he recommended. So thanks, Nev, and perhaps I'll listen to you a bit closer next time, or a bit more immediately rather than leaving it weeks. But yeah, obviously you see at the start of the video I've taken the starter apart. There was a burn mark on the side casing. Whether when I took it open, when I opened the starter motor up, that was whatever's caused that has dropped out and I've not seen it. I don't know. But I've cleaned it up, put it on, and everything seems to be fine. Obviously I'll have to prove that in the weeks to come, but you get that you get that uncertainty, that doubt, that you lose trust, and I don't want to lose trust in this bike because I absolutely love it. Absolutely, it's so comfortable, so fast. It's just, what a machine. If you've never had one, you really have missed out. And I haven't got a lot to go on because I've only ever ridden Suzuki's really. I want an ER6, I think, because I am a Suzuki fan. As you can see, that's a GSX 1300 if you didn't know. I did that. I am an animal. So I'm a Suzuki fan, but I've had pretty much all of the range apart from the cruisers. But I had a Yamaha XVS, didn't I? Surprised a sports bike, keeping up with him down the country roads. Videos in my playlist somewhere. But yeah, phenomenal machine. So I really don't want to lose trust in it. And whether you want to be cruising or hammering along at ridiculousness, it does it all. And with the functionality, still disgusting people with my top box and rack setup. Sorry, I'm not sorry. It makes it very functional. Oh, hi Taylor. That was gay. Anyway, that's enough waffle. I'm just relieved that something I've done has actually worked, because I dread electrical glitches and faults and things. So it has worried me, concerned me, frustrated me, annoyed me, angered me, cost me. Only in time, because obviously if you've seen my previous video or the one before that, YouTube are throwing me money now. Not a great deal, but more than enough to cover the expense of this, apart from my hourly rate, because I'm very expensive. Anyway, enough chunter, enough waffle. Thanks for being there, thanks for watching. Hope it's helped someone out, or entertained in some small way. And hopefully I'll catch you again. Ta-ra.